Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all pardon me for not being on camera this morning, but we're going to get we're going to get through the show this morning. Thank you guys for joining. Let's go ahead and speak to everyone. I know you guys are looking for me like, okay, where is the show? Where is the show? But as you guys know, I'm off for the rest of this week. So I will probably be popping in just slightly late because I may want to sleep in a couple mornings, and I hope y'all don't mind. But happy New Year's Eve to everyone. I know a lot of you guys are going to be stepping out and going out tonight to celebrate. You guys, please be safe because I want to see every single one of you guys that's in my chat right on back here in the new year of 2026. That's crazy how this year has flown by. We're already getting ready to be into a new year. I hope you guys have your New Year's resolutions and all that type stuff already planned out and cooking your nice meals. I know a lot of people like to cook. The older people say you're supposed to cook greens and like black eyed peas and stuff like that for good luck and wealth. So I hope you guys got your crock pots going with your good what they call it, turkey necks and ham hocks and all that with your beans and greens and stuff cooking, okay? If you old school like that. But yeah, let's get into our show though, because we have some great topics that we got to run through, and then I got to get up out of here. Okay. Again, pardon me for not being on camera, and good morning. Hey, my top flight mod is in the building. Sweet Essence is here. And hey, Angela Oakley, thanks for being here. Let's keep scrolling. Playtime is here. Good morning. Felicia is here. Marion's Favorites is here. Greatness Love is in the building. Good morning. Good morning, Big Steak. Good morning, Shaquanda. Good morning, Immaculate Davis is here. Deborah Banks is here. Bernadette Clemens is here. Kim Jones is here. Good morning. Say yes, black eyed peas. I know that's right. And say that sounds good. Some black eyed peas and some yellow rice is it, right? Good morning, Sexy Brown Bone. Good morning. Josh, that look like a new name. Jocelyn Cola. Okay, good morning, Miss Cola. Good morning. Tam C is in the building. Good morning. Monica Gillespie, good morning. And good morning to everybody coming in. I see you guys. Some of y'all probably still sleeping in. I know a lot of people are off today because it is technically like a little holiday or whatever. But yeah, I'm happy to be off. Shit, I need to be off. But let's get into our show. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. That means don't take none of this stuff personal, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get this saved. All right, so let's get into our first topic. We like to go ahead and knock out politics first, so let's get that, okay? All right, so let's share so y'all can see me. All right. Great. All right. So Donald Trump confirms the first U.S. land strike in Venezuela, you guys. Says that we hit all the boats and now we hit the area. So he is trying to start a war, which we do not need. That will be very costly for the U.S. I don't think we can afford a war right now. We cannot afford for gas to go up because y'all know oil is definitely going to be an issue, right? So let's get into this bullshit that Trump done got us into going into the damn new year. All right, shout out to It's On Site. Let's get into it.
Tensions are rising overseas with the first attack on Venezuelan land. President Trump says the U.S. struck a dock inside Venezuela that he says was used to load drugs onto boats. Aaron Navarro shares the details from the White House.
President Trump is spending the day golfing on his winter break in South Florida, just after revealing a U.S. strike that targeted an alleged drug operation on the Venezuela coast. It's the first time the U.S. has disclosed an attack in the country.
There was a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. So we hit all the boats, and now we hit the area.
The president would not say who carried out the attack. U.S. Special Operations says it was not involved, and the CIA declined to comment. The U.S. is beefing up its military presence in the Caribbean as it ratchets up pressure on Venezuela.
They've sent billions of dollars of drugs in, but maybe just as bad, they've sent hundreds of thousands of people in from jails, from prisons, from mental institutions and insane asylums.
The U.S. military also announced a separate strike on a boat allegedly transporting drugs in the Eastern Pacific Monday, killing 2 people. It's the 30th such attack since early September.
Tensions are rising over.
Y'all hear that? More BS. Now, I'm glad they're trying to keep the drugs out of our country, but when you start attacking other countries like that, then you put everybody's life at risk. Look at 9/11. I keep going back to that. We have to look at 9/11 and how that shit played out. You know how many people lost their lives because of that attack? And they didn't just attack the Twin Towers. There were other places where the planes fell as well and people's lives were lost. We don't know what's coming after this, okay? We do know that when these drug lords have these types of deals going on where drugs are being transported, there's a lot of money behind that. So people are going to be angry, and retaliation comes with anger, and that could be a whole mess for the U.S. That rhymed, didn't it? That could be a whole mess for the U.S. So hopefully we don't have any attacks, like crazy attacks like 9/11, not speaking that into existence here in our country, to where other people's, innocent people's lives are taken because of this attack, this strike that was carried out on Venezuelan territory. All right, but let's move on. Shout out to It's On Site for that. All right. Let's get into one more political topic, and then we're going to get into the mess and then reality TV. All right, because I don't really want to do a whole lot of politics today. So, according to the North Carolina Beat, North Carolina defines sex as male and female under new law, and it goes into effect this coming Thursday. Okay. All right, so North Carolina is stepping into the new year with a move that's already causing controversy across the state and beyond. Now, starting Thursday, North Carolina will officially define sex as only male or female, based strictly on biological sex rather than gender identity. Okay, it goes on to say that the change comes from House Bill 805, and that bill has been quietly sitting on the books, but is now fully enforceable as the calendar turns. Now, the law makes its stance unmistakably clear, that stating that gender identity shall not be treated as legally or biologically equivalent to sex. Supporters argue that language brings clarity to state law, while critics say it erases transgender and non-binary people from legal recognition. All right, so this says that what's fueling even more outrage is how the legislation evolved. Now, it says that when House Bill 805 was first introduced, Democrats largely supported it, believing the bill focused on protecting women and minors from sexual exploitation online. That support collapsed once Republicans added provision redefining sex and gender, transforming what many believed was a public safety bill into a flashpoint in the cultural wars. Now, during tense debate on a Senate floor in July, Democrat Senator Sophia Chiclet says that lawmakers tried repeatedly to strip the gender language from the bill and restore its original intent. She says that Democrats proposed amendments in committee, pushed changes on the floor, and even staged protest votes, but every attempt failed. It goes on to say that the controversy soon reached Governor Josh Stein, who vetoed the bill in July. Now, Stein criticizes the legislation as divisive and accused lawmakers of stoking culture wars instead of focusing on issues that unite North Carolinians. All right. Now, that veto, however, did not stick, but Republican lawmakers overrode Stein's decision, allowing the law to stand. All right. So what do y'all think about that? So now they're saying there's no, that binary, they say binary, this, pretty much they're saying it's going to be just male and female. They're not going to be doing all of these other, I guess I'm trying to use the right words with this because I want to be politically correct. They're not going to be using any other genders except male and female, which is originally how it started. Originally, when you born, you check male or female. If you're born, when you're born, rather, male or female. It's not all of these other names that have now been created. And no, I'm not disrespecting that, but I do feel it is really male or female. And to be honest with you, that's just my view. But and nothing against the LGBTQ or anyone else, because I don't have a problem with it. Again, I always say here on my channel, live how you want to live. It's not my job to judge anyone. That's God's job. But as far as North Carolina law, they are only defining sex as male and female under their new law, and that will go into effect this Thursday. Okay. All right. So let's stop sharing and move along. We want to stay on that too long and ready to get into the mess. Now, this topic right here, child. All right. So a pastor, let me go ahead and get it up there because we got to read into the mess first. Then we're going to break it down because I pulled several topics to take a look at with this. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments right quick before we move along, because I know you guys are sounding off. Said that that's true. You're either male or female. Thank you, Cassandra. Cassandra says that's true, that you're either male or female. There's no other gender. I mean, that's just usually how it's been, right? Male or female. When you in the hospital, ladies, when you have your babies, they ask you to check on when you're doing your paperwork to sign your baby up. It's male or female, correct? Male or female. So that's how it's always been. But of course, as the time goes on with people coming out and pretty much saying, hey, I'm this, or I'm fluid this or fluid that, slowly other things are being crept into the language of what people identify as. But ultimately they're saying, no, it's just going to be male and female, child. That's it. So we respect it. They're probably going to do that across the board. I know they were trying to do cross-gender, like bathrooms type things where male, like cross-gendered people who are like trannies or whatever, transgender, could go into, if they identify themselves as a female, could go into the female restroom, even though they were still male. And a lot of people had a problem with that. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the bathroom with a male if I'm trying to use the bathroom and handle female or feminine type situations. Okay, it makes people uncomfortable. So they're cracking down laws on that, and I respect it. So let's move along though. Now, the next topic is a pastor who was powwowed to be unalived before Christmas faced numerous domestic violence charges, you guys, according to the record. Let me go ahead and put my trigger warning banner up because, baby, this right here, when I saw it, and I saw it on several platforms, and I said, oh my God, I want to talk about it. So that's exactly what we're going to do this morning. All right, so I'm going to play the news portion. So shout out to WLBT News on this. Let's go ahead and play that so that we can get a clear understanding. Then I'm going to read what's going on here. Let's get past this ad.
We're learning more about a church leader who died from injuries he suffered in a Dale County shooting last week.
He was identified as Pastor DeQuarius Green, shot during a suspected domestic squabble at a Level Plains home. News 4's Jacqueline Lambert with this story that's drawing some mixed reaction on social media. Jacqueline?
DeQuarius Green served Elbow Zion Missionary Baptist Church as its senior pastor. Hurt on December 23rd, Green, who had a history of domestic violence arrests, died Saturday. He was shot by a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship with and shared at least one child. Houston County Court information also reveals that 3 domestic violence charges Green faced last year were dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him. The separate protection order filing alleged that Green struck a woman when she was pregnant. Records don't reveal if all of those charges involve the same alleged victim. It's also important to note that the court records do not indicate that the alleged victim in those cases is the same person who shot Green in Green's shooting. No charges have been filed, likely indicating authorities believe it could have been in self-defense. Typically, findings from these types of cases are turned over to the district attorney, who decides whether to present those findings to a grand jury. Facebook posters differed in their take regarding the case, some criticizing Elbow Zion Missionary Baptist Church for employing a person with a history of domestic violence arrests. However, other posters paint a different picture of the man they knew, praising his spiritual leadership and calling him a beloved man of God. In the newsroom, Jacqueline Lambert, your hometown news leader.
Jacqueline, thanks for that report.
Okay.
Donate to
So we heard that. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's go ahead and read a little bit. So Dale County, Alabama, this happened in Alabama, okay? A pastor in Alabama was powwowed and unalived days before Christmas in what authorities described as a domestic incident. Now, DeQuarius Green of Elbow Missionary Baptist Church passed away Sunday after being powwowed on Tuesday, the day before Christmas Eve. All right, let's keep going. Dale County Sheriff Mason Bynum confirmed the unaliving, as did the church's Facebook page. So they announced it. It said that with heavy hearts, yet unwavering faith, we share that our beloved Pastor DeQuarius Green has transitioned from this early life into eternal rest, the church wrote. The woman accused of Pow Green is 31, has not been publicly identified. Now, I did see on another post that it is his wife. Okay, his wife Pow him. So court documents show Green faced 3 misdemeanor counts of DV last year, though all were dismissed after the alleged victim refused to testify. Now, in a protection order filing, a woman alleged Green, with whom she has children, repeatedly struck her once she was pregnant. It says that court records do not indicate if the victim was the same in all cases, or if the woman is the person who Pow Green. Let's continue. So the alleged Pow has not been charged, indicating that authorities believe this Pow may have been justified. Cases involving a possible self-defense claim are typically referred to the district attorney, who decides whether to present evidence to a grand jury. Now, despite the abuse allegations faced by the pastor of Elba Zion Missionary Baptist Church, members posted messages to support and remembrance on the church's Facebook page, saying that we are going to miss him, loved him very much, celebrating his homegoing and praying for his family and friends. One post read. All right, so let's stop sharing that and go to the next post, because you guys get a visual now, because I had to dig, honey. I said, when I saw this post, I said, no, there's more to it. I need faces. I need faces and names. I need a little more information on this. All right. So I just told you guys the person who unalived this pastor is his wife. So it gives that on Sunday morning, he got up preaching, and Monday through Saturday, honey, he was on his Ike Turner bullshit, and it landed him somewhere he did not want to be. Okay. Again, for those of you, if you've dealt with or if you're dealing with any type of DV, please get out of that situation, report that situation, because not always do you get out of this situation alive. So according to the Uncut, it says that, oh no, honey, pastor allegedly unalived by his wife. This is them sitting here in happier times. All right. So people had a lot to say, because he was very much so liked. You guys know he was living a double life, obviously, if he's preaching on Sunday and smacking his wife around throughout the week or whenever, especially when she's pregnant. Hello. So this person says that this is the biatch that unalived DeQuarius. Okay. Elba Missionary Baptist Church of Elba National Missionary Baptist Church. I'm sorry. So this is her. All right, so let's look at some of the comments of what people had to say. This person says that people are going to talk, but there's always two sides to every story. Praying for the children and family on both sides. They said that this is why I don't take advice from church folk. I go straight to God. I know that's right. Me too, girl. Said that the Bible and use common sense. So they go straight to God, the Bible, and they use common sense. All right. Another person said, I don't mean any harm, and Lord, please forgive me, but pastor didn't look like he wanted a first lady. Oops. So she's questioning, did pastor even want a first lady? I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes when the men are hella aggressive towards women like that, maybe there's an underlying issue to where they are struggling with their sexuality, and maybe they want to be able to live their life freely and they can't. And the frustration causes them to take out their anger on the very person that's closest to them. Unfortunately, it's their spouse, right? Let's get into the next comment. The next person says that there is always two sides to every story. That y'all making her out to be the bad person. What's her side of the story? Let her voice be heard. I agree. Said that they said that he was beating her for years. Said that if that's true, she reached her breaking point and her voice and her drowning was never heard. Just because he is a pastor does not mean that he is innocent. May he rest in peace, and may her side of the story be heard. Allegedly speaking, said, I don't know them or their story. This is him. So let's go ahead and read. Montgomery, Alabama pastor DeQuarius Green was fatally powed by his wife, as I just told you guys, First Lady Quinteria Macy. It's been reported that his children witnessed the tragedy. Now, that's something that you never, ever want. For a mother, for a spouse to have to take out the father of their child or the mother of their child because of some type of DV situation. Their children witnessed their father, who they still love, regardless to the fact that he may have been violent towards the mother. That's probably something they will never understand. That's going to be traumatic for them. They're going to have to get some type of therapy behind all of that because of the tension in their household. I'm pretty sure they've heard a lot of screaming, probably seen the father strike the mother as well, and that's never okay. But this situation really went out it really was out of control. Said that he was a pastor of Elba Zion Missionary Baptist Church in Alabama. According to authorities, his wife have not been charged yet due to Hoff's powwowing rather being justified, which involves self-defense. So it seems like she may get away with unaliving him because he had been hitting her for quite some time, and it's been documented. See, that's how you have to do. You have to document these things so that it's on record in case it happens again. If something happens, they can have some type of track record to say, well, okay, this has happened before. We do have a report here where it shows that she did call here and say, hey, this man struck her. He's been doing this. So if something happens like this, that you will not, I'm not saying be charged, but I'm just saying that you will be covered, and it could be seen possibly as self-defense, which is what it appears to be right now. Of course, the investigation is still ongoing. It goes on to say that the couple had encountered problems in their marriage that led to the incident. The story is still developing. Let's stop sharing because I think I found one more. Let's see if we can find more information because I had to pull several posts. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, I see you guys saying rest in peace to Richard Smallwood. Yes, we actually announced yesterday when he passed away. But again, you guys can still do your rest in peace to him. That was a gospel legend. Oh my God, like any song that he ever put out, I love. But let's get back to this. Of course, shout out to Murder Inc. News 1. Pastor fatally powwowed by wife during DV incident. So let's read up more to see if we can find out more. Okay. DeQuarius Green, who was 31 years old, a pastor at Elba Zion Missionary Baptist Church, passed away Saturday from injuries sustained in a powwowing that occurred Tuesday, the day before Christmas Eve, according to officials. Now, the woman believed to have powwowed Green has not been publicly identified, in which we do know now it is his wife. Law enforcement officials have suggested the powwowing may have been justified in cases involving a potential self-defense claim. Evidence is typically reviewed in the district attorney or reviewed by the district attorney, who decides whether to present the case to a grand jury. As we just said, court records show Green faced 3 misdemeanor DV charges last year. That's extreme. 3, okay? 3 misdemeanor DV charges last year. All were dismissed after the alleged victim declined to testify. So maybe they made up after he went on this rant, okay? Because some people do. A lot of women who are in DV situations, they will make up with their abuser and decide, oh, I'm going to drop the charges. And in most states, if not all, I do know that the state most of the time will pick up the charges, but in situations of marriages where there's DV, the wife or the spouse does not have to testify against the person or her spouse, rather. Okay, she does not have to, according to the law. But in this situation, it seems that by the time their court date came, probably they went and made up and said, hey, I'm a pastor, right? This could ruin me. You know that talk. This could ruin me. I'm a pastor. How is this going to look for me? And maybe she just kind of gave in and said, okay, I'm not going to testify. We're going to work this out. We have these kids, Who knows what the conversation was? All of them were dismissed, allegedly, because the victim declined to testify. Now, in a separate petition for a protection order, a woman who shares children with Green accused him of repeatedly assaulting her, including an incident that allegedly occurred while she was pregnant. So he didn't give a hot damn that she was carrying the seed of his seed, that he was still putting hands on her during then. He was very dangerous. Now, despite the allegations, members of Elba Zion Missionary Baptist Church posted messages of support and remembrance of Green on the church's Facebook page following his unaliving. Child, see, that be the problem. Some of these churches, they turn a blind eye when pastors be on this type of behavior, okay? Not saying that they shouldn't say, condolences, rest in peace. Yeah, you can say that. But realize and recognize your first lady was getting knocked between the fucking washer and dryer behind this motherfucker who's standing up there preaching God, God, God to you every Sunday and in revivals and everywhere else. But behind closed doors, he was a fucking monster. Said that why has this evil, manipulative, lying devil unaliver not been arrested for taking the life from Pastor DeQuarius Green, from his precious 2 kids, his mom, his family, his church, his friends, and his community? Why? So you have some people who are outraged because she is still walking the streets, which could be very dangerous for her, because you have people who are overzealous stands, as they call them, that will probably try to do something to this lady because they feel justice is not moving in the direction they think it should move, right? They're calling her pure evil. Somebody said, I'm livid. We all are, okay? This is every time they thought that they had me, I remind them to try again. So this is her post, this beautiful dress, all right? Let's continue. All right, so let's hear what this lady here has to say. Again, shout out to Murder Inc. News One.
On top of her cheating during her pregnancy, I'm gonna tell y'all the only bruise she had was on her cat, and that was herpes.
Oh, wow.
That was herpes. She told my friend he gave her herpes. He said, I ain't never had an outbreak. I told him, don't let her do that to you. I said, go get tested, go get checked. Guess what? He got checked. She was at the doctor's office, and guess what? They told her she had it. She had herpes, and he didn't. Meaning, where you got herpes from? She had it since she was young. She been busting her cat open, and she struggled from childhood traumas. That ain't no PTSD. Ain't nothing wrong with that lady. She wasn't even in the military long enough for to have no PTSD. She can claim that all she want. All y'all can run around here talking about domestics. Guess what? She didn't tell you she got.
What the hell is PTSD? What the hell is that? She all in their business, right? But this is T. Let's continue.
About 4 or 5 other domestic violence cases that she done put on me and everybody she slept with. She just about said, but guess what? My friend died. My friend ain't have a record. All his stuff got thrown out because she lied. None of it was true. He let God, on top of her cheating during her pregnancy, on top of that, okay, he found himself a barber, was taking him and her kids, because he only had one. His little boy wasn't even old enough to get his haircut yet, to the barber. So he's saying at the barber, she come in, bring the children through the barber. Okay, now he made this his original barber. So he going to get his haircut. Look, she didn't know he was at the barbershop. The barbershop phone rang, he landed on the counter. He looked over. It's a naked picture of this man's wife. A naked picture of his wife on a barber phone. So that means now you snatching the barber. And the barber was like, oh, well, yeah, man, you know, she came on to me. You know, you can't be mad at me. You need to be mad at her. All type of stuff like that. She ain't telling y'all that part. She ain't telling nobody none of that. She ain't telling nobody how she tried to accuse him of having herpes. She ain't telling nobody how she took him to them games and she was sleeping with every man up in there, all the coaches and stuff, and that's why she was playing under the little boy. She ain't telling nobody how she was a pedophile on the low, getting in front of that little boy naked, acting like she normal. No, she wasn't normal. On top of that, okay, he found his.
You know what I despise the most? Even if she was a thought monster out here, let's just say hypothetically, even if she was out here giving her wop to everybody that she saw, it still does not negate the fact that her husband put hands on her. I never say that DV is okay. I don't give a fuck what happened. You don't have a right to put your hands on nobody. You can always pack your shit and walk away. You do not, especially when she's pregnant. Especially when she's pregnant. It boils me to see women not to be able to identify with other women when they're going through a DV situation, especially now that this woman had to use this type of force to get peace. And I'm not saying that it was right for her to take his life, but in that type of moment where tensions were high and she felt that maybe it was her life or his, she did what she felt maybe in that moment that she had to do, allegedly. But it boils me when people who don't live in the same house with a person who's been getting their head knocked off every other fucking day by a person who is seen in the public eye as this perfect individual, it just makes me feel a certain type of way. No one deserves to be hit. Again, if you're not happy, if you feel that your spouse is stepping out and giving you diseases, pack your shit and leave. And don't keep going back. Now, I don't know how she know all their business, but let's continue. I don't like to see other women jumping on the bandwagon like that and taking the side of an abuser, because it could have been you. It could have been your daughter. It could have been somebody in your family who dealt with that type of situation. He could have taken her life. He could have unalived their unborn child when he put his hands on her. So we have to look at this thing across the board. Let's continue.
Himself a barber, was taking him and her kids. Because he only had one. He wanted to. He loved her dirty drawers. He loved the ground she walked on. He did everything he can for her. It's a long list of people that she done slept with. Guess what? The church. She ain't telling nobody how they went to eat on it. They went on the dinner date. She seen one of her old military buddies, a female. She ain't telling nobody how the lady was grabbed her crotch from the back in front of my friend. And he asked her, like, hey, what's she doing? She said, oh, we just military, but it's just not. No, it was somebody you was sleeping with, too. What? Every time she had somebody else, she dogged my friend out. Every time he slept with somebody else, he let that old wicked-ass church convince him to go back. Talking about work on your marriage. Because they go by the Old Testament. They want to sweep everything under the rug, them old country folks. That's what they do. Then they want to have the nerve to ask his mama, have you checked on her? This bitch that just killed wanted to. He loved her dirty drawers. He loved the ground she walked on.
Child.
So let's start by this. Okay, from the time they met, she went nothing but trouble from the beginning. She went nothing but trouble from the beginning. He separated from her. He separated from her because all she did was sleep with multiple people. Had him all at bad little kids' basketball games. For the people that know her, they know she had this little boy staying with her. For all I know, she could have been sleeping with him 9 times out of 10. She was, because she was walking around the house with a robe and gowns on. No, make it so bad. She had towels on when she get out the tub. Take the towel off.
What the hell else do you have on when you get out the fucking tub? A choir robe?
In front of the little boy. The little boy told Aquarius everything. And guess what? Shan was on the phone and hid. Shan was on the phone and hid. He sure did. She had the neighbor's shoes in the house because she was sleeping with the neighbor next door. Nobody know why she got 2 mortgages. I'm going to tell you why she got 2 mortgages, because she couldn't stay where she was staying because she was sleeping with the damn neighbor. Yeah, she was sleeping with the neighbor. On top of the neighbor's shoes on the floor. Look, the Aquarius seen the shoes. She told him that the shoes was the little boy shoes. The shoes were the little boy shoes. Let's start by this. Okay, from the time they met.
A lot of their business, right?
Okay, during the time she found out she was pregnant, my friend went with her. He went with her. So he was like, I don't know. You know, he was kind of skeptical because she was pregnant so quick. So it was about 3 months in. She called out the blue after they were separated for about 3 months and told him that she was pregnant. You know, she did think the baby was somebody else's. Yes, she did. She did. But then she was telling him, like, no, because the timeline don't add up, is yours. He left her on behalf of her cheating because he caught her cheating. On top of her cheating, during her pregnancy, I'm going to tell y'all during the time she found out she was pregnant. Y'all. So it come around to the day where she killed him. Well, she shot him. His daughter was there. The little girl she didn't want there. The little girl that she wouldn't speak to. Kids don't ask to be here. The same way he accepts your child, more than right, he wants you to accept his. He did for yours. He took care of yours. And you don't want him to have his baby around? Let me tell y'all why. Because she didn't want nobody around that can talk. That's why she took her kids, the 2 that can talk. Yeah, the little pissy 2 that tell everything. She didn't want them to tell on her. She didn't want them to tell the police. So guess what? She took them to her grandma's house. And she was mad because he brought his daughter there. Because she didn't want nobody there that can talk. She already premeditated this from when she was calling, trying to get him back 2 months ago, to where you stayed in the house a year and you didn't talk to your neighbor until 2 months ago. All of it was premeditated. So it come around to today where she reasons to argue all week. May I remind y'all, the same person that shot my friend, this woman, called the police already. Anybody know the police gonna tell you to stay away, go sit down, don't come out, you know, stay out the way. But guess what? She ain't do that. She ain't do that. Guess what? He told Adeline, come on, let's go. Put this baby in the car. And this lady shot my friend in the eye in front of his child. Stood there, look, and shut a damn door. After you call the police, you telling me you go outside and you decided you just gonna shoot him, then you want to tell the police. You trying to do, no, bitch, you weren't trying to leave. Because anybody know, the Aquarius know that 9 times out of 10, when he put his children in the car, he ready to go. He finna ride. He finna go. And guess what? That's what he was doing. He was leaving. He was leaving. You didn't give him the opportunity because you was mad. Because you want everything your way. Guess what? He gave it your way. It ain't even McDonald's have it your way or Burger King, whatever the slogan is.
Yeah.
Reasons to argue all week. Now, I remind y'all, the same person that shot my friend already, he had 3 V cases. I said, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Anybody get mad that you can go sign a warrant. Anybody get mad that you can go sign a warrant. That lady burned up that man's clothes. Gave his shit to her friend, her gay friend. So he had to deal with watching her gay friend wipe his stuff. Forgave him. Took his stuff to the little green dump bins that be outside the stores. Donated, throwed all his clothes up in there. Made him lose his job. It wasn't good enough. She took his life and still lying. And then it's people like y'all. Yeah, I'm saying y'all, because I don't know who all on here, but it's somebody on here that's running around with. He got that messed up. No, he didn't. He never put his hands on her. The only scar already, he had 3 V cases.
Boy, y'all.
I said, no, he didn't. The only scar she had was the scars on her cat. And I'm going to say it 2,000 times. The only scars she had was the scars on her cat from herpes. Yeah. Yeah. But y'all ain't know none of that, though. Y'all ain't know that my friend don't have a record. When he was in the hospital, he was under protective watch. He ain't have a record under an alias because he ain't have a record. But what y'all don't know is the person that y'all running around here protecting and talking about and make it seem like she a saint, she do. Wonder what she done did. Who she done did it to? That's questions that y'all need to ask yourself. While the church running around here asking, is anybody checked up on? Hell no, we ain't checked up on her. I'm talking for the whole family and every friend and every co-worker, everybody he done been involved with. Y'all crazy ass check up on her. The only scar she had was.
All right, so that was the last slide. What do you? I'm gonna be honest with you, girl. You talking too much about this lady's business. How you know what she got going on down there? How do you know she has herpes? Why? Because he told you? Did you see any paperwork? Did you verify that through a medical clinic or somewhere? Like, you got to be careful because you could get sued for defamation talking about people's stuff like that. It sounds like he was telling you all of his marital business. Now, according to what we read on several platforms, it says this man has 3 prior misdemeanor charges that can be looked up and verified, ma'am. So you said you trying to make your friend out to be this whole God-fearing innocent individual when he already has prior 3 records for putting hands on her. So hey, if she threw his shit in the trash, I don't give a hot boiling damn, because you're not gonna keep putting your hands on me, pushing me, knocking my head between the washer and dryer, and think that I'm gonna sit around here and walk outside and walk around and keep your image while I got busted lips and black eyes. Like, we're not going to do that. And you have a lot of women that do that to protect said person. We have a lot of pastors out there to be on that kind of time. Like, oh my God, we can't take this to the press because I don't want my image destroyed. Or I don't want them to sit me down or take me, take my church from me because of this. This woman sat there on many different instances and did not testify against him and let him get away with putting hands on her. And you sitting your crusty lip ass on here with these raggedy ass eyelashes, defending this individual. Rest in peace to him because he's not here anymore. To make it seem like she's the victim. So what if she was a hoe? I don't give a hot damn. So what? It did not negate the fact that he was wrong for the things that he was doing. Again, I feel like they maybe should have been separated or divorced, because it don't sound like behind closed doors that they were this loving, happy family that everybody tried to make it out to be. And why she's being attacked in this situation, we don't know every single thing. And I'm not inclined to believe everything that this woman has to say either, because it sounds like maybe you could have been sleeping with Pastor. Because why are you so passionate about this shit? What is your relationship to Pastor? And why is he telling you all his business? Were you a side piece too? Because you know a whole lot about this woman's business, including what she got going on down there and who grabbing on her WAP and everything else. It don't sound like you her friend, so it gives that you ain't been hanging around her. So a lot of this appears to be hearsay. That's what it gives me. That's what it gives me. The police said they haven't found any reason to arrest her as of yet. So at the end of the day, in my eyes, she's still seen as innocent, okay? It's seen as it's seen right now is that it's a self-defense type situation, okay? Until there's an update. What do you guys think? Let's go back to the comments. I knew you guys were gonna sign off on this one. I knew it. Said, is she all in this lady pocket? All in there, right? Oh, thank you, Lee Fu. Playtime says that Pastor was pillow talking with this lady. Yeah, he was. All things Helen. Thanks for being here, ma'am. Says that I'm sure he did lie to his ignorant friend about his wife to condone his DV. Absolutely, because every DVer, every narc got to get somebody on their side to co-sign their bullshit. And that's what it's saying. This lady here is fully co-signing his mess. Fully. As a woman, you sitting back and this man got 3 priors and you defending him? Like, girl, goodbye. Thank you, Cassandra. She says that what's 2 mortgages got to do with her sleeping with the neighbor? Said that this lady is rambling all over the place. And is. Baby, we got the long way around to the truth. or a lie, rather. Verdi Tulu Taylor said that I had to stop watching my Black Eyed Peas, honey, to hear this long ass story. Said she can talk too, right? Okay, misspelling stuff. She done made up. Stuff in that PT. What is it? PDSD. I said, what the hell is that? She done made up a disorder. So Holly Berries to you says that she is extremely biased, so I don't believe her. Thank you. Thank you. Tam C says that that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm thinking too at playtime. Yep. Absolutely. Miss Didi says that so he was pillow talking, or no, he was definitely pillow talking. Miss Didi says, oh my child, but she sure did pow his ass. And I don't agree. I'm not condoning anybody losing their life, but I understand. I'll say it that way. Okay. Tam C says that how does she know this? Was she there? Exactly. Because she know too many details, way too many details. Says she wasn't in the military to get no PTSD. How do you know? Is there a certain time limit for a person to get PTSD? I mean, somebody let me know. Do we have any psychologists or psychiatrists in the house where y'all can verify that? Is there a certain time limit, okay, for a person to develop PTSD? Like, let me know, okay? Damn. All things Helen said that she's so ignorant and is. She's so unwoke, child. Tam C says that I wish that she would pause and put some Vaseline on those dry ass lips. Them lips are dry. From kissing ass, that's where it came from. She was kissing so much ass, them lips is dry, honey. Lee Fu says that how would she know all of this? She got the login to their cameras at home. Woo, child, I hope not. Holly Berry to you said, oh my God, blame everything on the woman, okay, or women. Absolutely. Bert Taylor said, oh my God, shaking my damn head. Woo. All right, let's get one more topic, then we got to move along. Okay, Sweet Essence says that why is this woman on here giving all this damn drama-filled tea with no proof or nothing she's saying, just her personal nosy opinion, and that's exactly what it damn is. All right, so let's move along. I definitely had to pull that topic, baby, because I said, oh yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. So let's get into, while we're talking about relationships, let's get into this next topic. This is another great one for you guys to sound off of. Then we're going to move along. Whoa. All right. Let's go ahead and get that up. Let me get my trigger down.
And have the unmitigated gall to say that she didn't know the woman buys the man the wedding band. So, ma'am, who did you think bought it? I know you didn't think that he bought his own ring. You couldn't be that stupid. And see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Y'all are fucking slow. Y'all don't know basic semantics. Who else would buy his wedding band the same way he buy your engagement ring and your wedding band? That's the least you could do is buy his wedding band. Like, ladies, what the fuck?
She's talking right. The man is supposed to buy the woman's wedding band. Okay, that's just how it goes. But you got some women out here who are now, this is what, 2025, where women are proposing to men. I don't know who started that shit, but that is to me very much so uncouth. It says when a man find a wife, he find a good thing. We got women out here, honey, dropping down on one knee, and that shit does not look right. Okay, it does not look right for you to be chasing a man and dropping your ass on one knee and holding a ring up, asking like Chrissy Lampkin, child, did with Jim Jones, asking him to marry her, looking stupid as hell. I said, girl, if you don't get your ass up, he's supposed to get down, and he didn't even give her a full yes. Yeah, I'm here for you. Like what? Like what? Okay, so this lady here, she says, I'm Latino, and I didn't know this, but also I think that is why Latinos have all of those, what is that, padrinos, because every padrino pays for something, and the whole wedding is free, and in some cases, said that dad has to pay for the woman. So it's a cultural thing. Now, different cultures do things differently, so we understand that. I said that that's not working. Don't say black women. Let's stop hating on our black women next year, please, child. What do you guys think about that in terms of who buys the ring? I'm old school. I told you guys, if somebody's going to be proposed to, I feel the man should propose to the wife, and that he should buy her ring. Now, in the event that you guys decide to move forward and get married, the woman should definitely buy his wedding band. Okay, I bought my husband two wedding. My husband has two wedding bands. But I feel that the woman should buy the husband's wedding band, and he buys her engagement ring and any other ring that he wishes to give her on the day of. Do you guys feel that way? Let's look at the comments and see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What y'all laughing at? Y'all cracking up. Said, I wish I would ask a ninja to marry me. Hell no. I know that's right, TMC. Let them know. Because we got women out here that's doing that. And I'm going to tell y'all why I feel women are doing that. I feel a lot of women are thinking, damn, my biological clock is ticking like hell. Like one of the damn arms on my watch done fell off this bitch, just waiting on somebody to come around and ask me to marry them. A lot of women are tired of waiting. So they're initiating the engagement so that they can move things along and be married. You know, a lot of people that are, a lot of women that are tired of waiting on a man to pick them and to make them a wife. They feel like, okay, we've been going together. You have women that be with a man for 5, 10, 15 years, and they just will not pop the question. So you have some women say, hey, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna go ahead and propose just to kind of move things along, and they see nothing wrong with it. They see nothing wrong. Do I have anyone in my chat? And I promise you're not going to be attacked because like I said, culturally, a lot of people do things differently, and I respect that. But do we have any women in my chat that have ever proposed to a man and you are married now and you've been married for a very long time and it just works for you? You can feel free to sound off on that in the chat. I promise you will not be attacked because I do like an open forum over here. I like for people to speak their minds, whether we agree or not. We're not going to agree on every single topic. But to me personally, like I said, I was raised old school where I feel a man should step up and he should, talk to your father and say, hey, I want to, propose to your daughter. We want to take it to the next level. You know how it goes. And then he get on one knee and propose, whether it's in front of the family or if you guys choose to do it in a private setting, however you choose to do it. But I do feel it's the man's job to do so because biblically it does say when a man find a wife, he find it a good thing. Not when a woman find it a husband. Like, why do we keep rewriting things? Why do we keep rewriting things? Like, stop it, women. Stop dirtying up your knee. Stop scuffing up your red bottoms to get on a knee to ask a man to marry you. That is just so uncouth. I'm going to play what she said one more time, then we're going to move along.
So the reason why a lot of Black women are unmarried and are going to remain unmarried is for this reason. I just saw a Black woman get on Beyonce's internet and have the unmitigated gall to say that she didn't know the woman buys the man the wedding band.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, who did you think bought it? I know you didn't think that he bought his own ring. You couldn't be that stupid. And see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Y'all are fucking slow. Y'all don't know basic semantics.
Slow, child.
Who else would buy his wedding band the same way he buy your engagement ring and your wedding band? That's the least you could do is buy his wedding band. Like, ladies, what the fuck?
Okay, period. She's speaking right, okay, but not everybody's gonna agree with it because you have some women who have that mentality like, oh, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong if I ask him. If we love each other. If I ask him, then I don't see anything wrong with me getting on one knee and proposing to him. That's the new. I guess that's the new thing now, the new era where women are dropping down there, honey. Like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and propose, honey. And you run around showing your ring. Oh my God, we're getting married, girl. It won't done right, okay. But anywho, let's move along. Let's get into some Clarissa Shields news because, child, she getting ate up online from so many different directions. I don't know what to say about her no more. I really don't. She's so far up Papoose ass, baby. The left wing, right wing, north, south, and east, west wing, northwest, and all types of wings up his ass. Okay. Again, I keep saying I feel like this might be her first real boyfriend because, baby, she's so in the clouds. Her head is so in the clouds, she can't see what's going on beneath her. But let's get into it. According to Miss Kenny TV, said Clarissa Shields, somebody got to say this. So this person is going off on Clarissa. Baby, this whole Christmas situation where they were saying that Papoose was with Remy Ma during Christmas time and bought her this fur coat. I'm gonna show y'all this coat. Now, it says the video, I searched for it, I could not find it, but from what I've been seeing on several platforms, they were saying that during Christmas time that he and Remy went out to some fur coat store and you could hear him laughing in the background where they were having some type of conversation, and that he purchased Remy Ma this expensive jacket for Christmas as like a Christmas gift on Clarissa Shields' money, child. I was like, ooh, hold up. So let's get it.
I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to have to do this, but Clarissa Shields, you got to come to the front of the altar, please, ma'am. Now, I don't know who told you that it's all right to go around and parade with another woman's husband like it's all good. And I don't know when this here changed, but where I'm from, this here ain't a good look. And I know there's a lot of people out there like, man, a woman should be saying this. No, a man is saying this, because I'm wondering, how are you going on all these here platforms, Club Shay Shay, The Breakfast Club, and all of this, and nobody is pointing out that you look like a damn fool? That's Remy Ma's husband. You out here acting like a full-blown nigga. Like niggas act like this. Like niggas run around with other people's women, man. Niggas run around with other broads, man, and don't care if they married or not, man. Women are supposed to have more coof than that, man. Like Clarissa Shields, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if when you was growing up, you had a complex because they said that you wasn't that attractive or whatever, but this here ain't the way. This here ain't the way, baby doll. You was up on Shannon Sharp's podcast talking about you don't like dating celebrity men because celebrity men are dogs. But what about married men? Married men got to be the biggest dogs. Like, shout out to Papoose, man, because he got his cake and he's eating his frosting too, man.
Ain't he?
Hey, man, Pat, man. Salute to you, man. You was the pimp of the year, man. I ain't got nothing to say to you, man. A woman is only going to let you do what a woman lets you do. You ain't out here stealing no cat. She out here just giving it to you. But Clarissa Shields, I'm out here telling you why you think that you are popping and you getting all these here views and stuff like that. It's not a good look, man. Layla Ali would never be out here doing the kind of stuff that you are doing, man. She is class personified. And you gave yourself the name Gwoat. We gave Ali the name Gwoat. It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look. Get in the comments and let me know if I'm just out here just, jaw-jacking. But I just think it's not a good look. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to have to do this. But Clarissa Shields,
baby, he's speaking facts, okay? He's speaking facts. Let's look at some of the comments right here, all right? So this person says, never date a married man, period. You'll end up learning the hard way. I agree with that. Because again, it could go either way. We keep talking about it. It could go either way. If he's spending time with Remy, because at one point he and Remy just could not stand each other. She was snapping on him every time you say something. That was her going live. Every time you say something, I'm dragging you. You remember that live? So now it gives that you guys can spend Christmas together with your child. Like at one point she didn't want you around her, but you guys are in a better space now. Could they be working on things behind the scenes and he just kind of holding on to Clarissa just in case the situation with he and Remy don't pan out how he thinks, that he still have a place to go or whatever the case may be. I don't know. She's giving him a key to her home. She's buying him all this expensive jewelry. She's put him as her manager now. So he is fully in her life like he would be her husband now when he's still a husband to Remy Ma. So let's continue with the comment. It says that my main concern, if they both moved on, why the divorce is not final? That's a good question. That's a good question because people who don't want to be together no more usually move to the next phase, which is divorce. A lot of people been asking, Remy Ma said, hey, everything is already set up. All you got to do is sign. There's a reason why he's not signing, right? But Clarissa she don't give a damn as long as he's with her. She still claims, that's my man, my man, my man. No, girl, you're sharing a man. If Papoose drop unalive today, baby, you ain't getting shit. You done spend all that jewelry on him. Guess where it's going? Straight to Remy. Straight to Remy. You done bought him all that Louis Vuitton. Guess who gonna get that Louis Vuitton if something happened to Papoose? Remy. Some free Louis Vuitton, free expensive jewelry on the hands of you, best friend, because that's how he announced you to everyone as his best friend. He ain't calling you wifey because men is feeling you like they call you wifey because they have, the intentions of putting a ring on it. So you don't let this man convince you, I want a son. Oh, you should have said, but I want a divorce. That's how you throw that shit back at him. So you let this man tell you, I want to have a son. So you are online telling people next year, me and Pat gonna have a baby together. We're gonna have a son. When you gonna convince him to get the divorce though? So you are happy to have a baby by a married man who don't want to sign the divorce to move forward to show you that he is really into you and want to move forward with you. Wow. That's why a lot of people tearing you up online. Said that she is perfectly okay being second. That's exactly what it is. You're going to forever be second. As long as he and Remy are married, you're going to be second. as long as you ain't getting a damn thing and you're building a life with a married man. That's going to go nowhere. If Remy called him right now and say, Pop or Pap, hey, come on back home. Let's figure this shit out. We got a child together. If he does that, she going to go batshit crazy. I believe she going to swing off on Papoose and beat his ass. That's just my prediction. And no, I do not promote violence in any way, shape, or form. Papoose, you going to catch a left and a right behind that shit. That's all I do know. I said, I suppose I ain't used to the word trifling in a while. I ain't used the word trifling in a while. It's always trifling. And I like her, but damn. Girl. All right, let's continue because, child, we have more. Let's look at these other comments with her. Because, baby, I ain't never seen somebody so damn crazy. And maybe she does have some type of disability because something's not connecting. Ain't no chairs under your table, baby. Your elevator is stuck in the damn basement. Like, I don't know, girl. There's the lights are on, but ain't no fucking body home when it comes to Clarissa Shields, my guy. So Clarissa Shields claps back at Twitter users that claim that Papoose spent the holidays with Remy Ma and their daughter. How you know where he was? Because you weren't there. He was not with you. You supposed to be his woman. Why he ain't with you? And even if he did spend the holidays with his family, have you not been introduced to his family? Or maybe they don't like you and they still see Remy as his woman. Because that's the reason why he didn't spend Christmas with you at all. And you had to open your Christmas gifts as his woman the day after. That's some side chick shit. And I know I ain't speaking wrong. Let me look at the comments. Side chicks open their shit the day after. Side chicks who can't spend the night that's messing with a married man, they get seen the day after major holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving. He ain't eating at your house. You gonna put him that plate away in the refrigerator and warm that shit up the next day after Thanksgiving, and he gonna come over there and gobble that shit down and break you off and skedaddle on up out of there. That's what's gonna happen. Somebody said straight coleslaw. It is. She's so blind, I swear. Let's get into these comments though, because child, baby, no. So she says, Miss Body is giving tea. So she done dropped a little weight, so she feeling herself, and that's great. So she threw a dig at Remy Ma saying Miss never took Ozempic. So she feels that, because y'all know Remy Ma dropped a bunch of weight. She looks great now, okay? So she is alluding to the fact that Remy Ma has taken Ozempic in order to get her body down versus working out. She said she did it natural. Okay. Clarissa saying she did it natural, dropped it, natural. It is what it is. A lot of people are doing that now, taking Ozempic to drop weight. So the fuck what? Okay. I mean, she looks great. You can't deny that. She dressed her ass off. And, obviously Papoose like it. He spent holidays with her, according to several sources. Said, how do you feel about Papoose spending Christmas with his wife and daughter? They're asking Clarissa Shields this on Twitter. They tearing her ass up over there. It goes on to say where she responds by saying, Pap, and I got to say in her voice, Pap spent Christmas with his mother and family, not his ex-wife. See, she put ex big because she feels a way about Remy, child, because she know that Remy still got his heart. You got the peen, but she got the heart. The man's gonna always go back to where the heart is. Okay, I'm just saying. She says you are misinformed for sure. How do you know? Again, you were not with him. How do you know he did not go to Remy Ma's house and spend the holidays with her? Again, if you're his woman, you should have been by his side on Christmas. Even if he went to his mother's house, you should have went over there with him to his mother's house, sat down and ate, opened gifts, all of the things, and spent Christmas with him. The fact that he made you wait the day after, it gave you side chick. It gave you the side chick position a little bit. That's what it gave. Another person said, "Oh, okay. That's not his ex-wife, though." Said that you are misinformed for sure. Y'all hear that? So she referenced Remy Ma as being his ex-wife. Girl, you are Delulu. She is the wife. Okay, ain't nothing ex about that. Ain't nothing ex. You were treated as the ex. That's what it gave. What do y'all think about it? Let's go back to the comments. Let's look. She is very much so Delulu, right? OMG, Playtime says that she got her gifts a few days later. She's the side chick. Boom. Boom. Sexy Brown Bone said that if she did use some weight loss meds, said that she looked younger and better. Come on. You better say it. You better say it. I'm gonna tell you right now, women, if you dating a man and he can't see you on a major holiday and you gotta wait the day after, you the side chick. Okay, because main chick is spending time with him. I'm just letting you know. All right. So if you feel sitting at home with your head in a pillow, all your pillows are wet from crying, that's where your nigga is with his real woman, his main chick. You the side piece. All right. He ain't bumped you up yet. So Clarissa obviously feels that she is the main chick and Remy is the side chick or his ex, being that they are still married, girl. Okay. Let's get into what Clarissa had to say, Chuck. She was not done. All right. Shout out to J-Views Daily. So Clarissa goes on to say, I really don't have to prove ish because the mind of people who only live for drama and don't have a great career cannot comprehend. What that got to do with a career? Oh, okay. Says I just looked at my receipts. I bought 3 LV purses, a coat, and 3 shirts. What that got to do with it? See, she always liked to use monetary things in order to make herself feel better. Like, oh, I can buy this and you can't. You're beneath me, girl. It's more to life than that. You so she's so surface level. She is. Everything with her is surface. Said it literally says that on the receipt, and y'all delusional asses making up lies saying that the suitcase and duffel bag that Papoose got me was $9,000. Said the suitcase was $3,400, and the duffel bag was $3,000. Said that that's not nowhere on my receipt. So my thing is, y'all just like lying, because a lot of people were alluding to the fact that she purchased her Christmas gifts from Louis Vuitton, because as I showed you guys yesterday, she went on like this shopping spree where she spent $22,000 in the Louis V store. And some of the things that she pulled out of the bag where she was saying that Papoose bought her for Christmas were seen on that same receipt. I was just like, oh, okay. So that's the Louis bag. That's the Louis luggage that she's saying was $3,400. Okay. Those are her receipts that she's showing. If you guys can see it closely, it's like 20-something grand that she spent in Louis Vuitton. But I don't know why she feels the need to have to show receipts of what she spent. That's your money. You spend it on what you want to. I don't know why she always feels the need to have to prove something to people. Like, girl, live your life. It's okay. But since you can't do that, let's get into good dragging of somebody from her family has something to say. Let's get into that. Because, child, these folks are going off. Shout out to J-Views Daily.
She going in about us right now. And then she gonna take it out.
Bitch. I ain't with that mother. Y'all wanna pick on somebody? Pick on me. Cause I'm with it. Bye, Rex. Don't get your thumb.
She said bye Rex. You know they call Clarissa T-Rex. She said bye Rex, and then that's when we start seeing them.
Not T-Rex.
Pick on me because I don't got shit going on. Bye. Keep on saying my fucking mouth. Bitch, hold up. Wait.
She running after the car.
Y'all see this? This is happy. This is happy. This is love. Y'all can't this. Y'all can't this. Funky.
Look at Papoose laughing. Oh, Green nigga. Shut your. Oh, Green. Take your ass back home, Remy. Go on, Remy, in less than 24 hours, and they look golden child. Better truth say, golden child. Golden child getting all the money.
Y'all want to pick on somebody? Pick on me. Because Clarissa can't beat like the ring, but I can. Whoa, oh yeah. Let's do it. Hold my garage. Happy, peaceful. They don't need here.
She going in about us right now.
Ooh, they country.
And then she gonna take it out.
Bitch. I ain't with that mother. Y'all want to pick on somebody? Pick on me.
Flavor Flav, little sister, I'm gonna need you to go somewhere and sit your ass down, okay? Because it's giving that you clout chasing and you want to be in the middle of some shit that don't have nothing to do with you, okay? I said Clarissa Shields' family is standing 10 toes down. You guys are just as ignorant because no one in the family is telling her that she is wrong for what she is doing. Again, you are welcome to love who you love, but when you go public about it and make it seem like or ignore the fact that this man is still fully married and you are making future plans in the very near future about having babies with this man, when you know that he has other children he has to take care of and he's not finalized his divorce, you look stupid too. So any family members that are coming forward to speak on her behalf and co-sign this bullshit is just as stuck and stupid as she is. And that's just how I feel. Okay. Flavor Flav sister with the fucking bonnet. Like please go in there and sit down, sis. Okay. I have no more for you. Moving right along. Jason Lee is getting drugged online. Okay. He was feeling himself. Yeah, she looked just like Flavor Flav in a bonnet. She does. Yeah, she does. She really does. She really does. Okay. Move right on. So shout out to the Uncut. I'm about to say Flavor Flav child. Jason Lee, who's very controversial. Okay, I kind of like him sometimes, then I don't, because he's messy as hell. All right, he's a messy little queen, but we're gonna get into it. The people were tearing him up online because he was feeling himself in a little picture that he shared. He says the face card never declines. All right. Some people felt differently about it, so let's get into it. I love a little mess, so we'll entertain it. All right. This person says payment did not go through. Y'all know when they say the face card did not decline, meaning they feel like, girl, I'm serving over here. Like, girl, we cutesy and all that. Well, this person here says, baby, the payment did not go through. Your card declined, baby. Okay. This next person put up this picture like, girl, like, no. Another person says, girl, delete the picture. Okay. Another person said, no shade, but the face just did, girl, meaning decline. Another person said, I'm sorry, sir. It says you have insufficient funds. Why the read down on Jason Lee? He's not a bad looking person, but they're saying that, you know, that particular picture he shared was not given what needs to be given, girl. Let's continue. This other person said, boy, you look like you had a fight with Ozempic and won. Why is that so funny? Another person went on to say, it might not decline, but you're going to have to call the bank first, though. Damn. That blew me back. Okay. The next person says, I'm sorry, it did not go through. Like, one more time. This time, insert the chip, then swipe that should go. That should do it, okay? Ciao. Why are they eating him down like this? All right, so another person says, now do it without mewing your face and don't be shy. All right. Another person chimed in by saying, listen, y'all must not know about a young Jason, okay? Says that he mans. What? Could pull both genders. Child. First of all, go back to school. Mans? What the fuck is a mans? The plural term for another man is men. All right, that would be men, not mans. What school you into? Obviously, you ain't graduate. Move right along. You failed English, girl. Yes, you did. The summer school was definitely on your plate. But let's move along. All right. The fuck is a mans? Mans. Oh my God. Girl, she must be from Besma. Was that shade? All right, grandmas. We got some grandmas out here that are turning into thoughts, y'all. It's giving thought nation out here when it comes to the grandmas. Grandmas ain't like how they used to be back in the day. Like Big Mama, honey, my grandma would never step out like this, okay? Grandma would never step out like this. But girl, these new age grandmas are doing the absolute fucking most. Now, this grandma goes viral for her outfit of choice. She responds online to the backlash. She said, I'm not worried about y'all. I'm going to pick up my grandkids. So I hope you ain't going to the schoolhouse with this outfit on. Girl, this is club attire. This is giving that you about to be on somebody's pole, getting a little change and whatnot, clapping some cheeks somewhere. Grandma should not be wearing this type of attire. Put a one in the chat if this attire is grandma approved. Put a one, girl. No, man. Now, grandma got body. And I got to give it to you, grandma. You got a little body, little flat stomach and fat back there. But that's not giving what it needs to give as a grandma. You got to lead by example because your children, like, no, ma'am. Put a one if this is appropriate for grandma. Put a two if it's a hell no for you. Let's go ahead and get in this grandma, honey, because she's like, I don't give a hot damn what y'all think about my attire, baby. I'm wearing this to go pick up my grandbabies. Let's get into her.
Man, but they'll never put me in a grandma outfit, baby. You see what I'm saying?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. What grandma you know look like this? Baby, when I get up out the van.
Who been talking about you?
The folks talk about me all the time. They hate these little outfits. They stay talking about I'm a grandma. I need to act like a grandma. Child, I ain't studying them folks. I went and got a van, so I hope they happy now.
You know what?
What?
Don't worry about them.
I ain't worried about them. They need to be worried about me.
Think so?
Is that what I said? Well, I got to go now. I see. Let me go pick up these grandchildren, child.
All right.
They might put me.
Ma'am. I'm usually gonna take that out. Like, it don't like you got no bra on. You probably got no drawers on either. Like, damn, like what is really going on with the grandma? See, this is why our kids are so bad as hell and fucking disrespectful. And this is why our younger girls feel like they can walk around with half their asses out and dress the way that they do. Because hell, they don't have nobody to tell them how they dress and how they need to act out here. Because grandma is out here just as thottish as these damn young ass girls. Like, geez, this is why these young ass boys are out here getting cougared out because grandmas are out here dressing like they 16, 17, 18 and younger. Like, my God, what happened to the grandma? We don't have real grandmas no more, right? We have no real grandmas. Said bait for Pookie, right? She would not be allowed to she wouldn't pick my child up dressed like that. Hell no. You would not go to my son's school talking about, yeah, I'm here to pick up so-and-so. No, you're not. You better get back in your van. You better get in that church van and peel out. The hell? Picking up my damn child looking like a thought monster. Let's move along. Nah, man. We don't have Big Mama no more. We got Big Mama no more, child. Big Mama just, I don't know, honey. Gone are the days when older people are dressed like they should. Like, girl, put some clothes on. We don't want to see all that. We don't want to see all that. Stomach looking like a damn cobweb out here. Stomach looking like a spider web out here. That shit is not sexy. Nah. Move right along, because I'm mad. Shout out to All About the Tea. Now, we talked a little bit yesterday about Stefan Diggs, who is out here, honey, giving schlong to anyone that will take you, girl. Said that this wasn't just a chef to him. Now, I felt like there was some underlying issues. We read yesterday that Stefan Diggs is being sued for some DV issues himself, where he put pause upon his chef for not paying her, where she went a whole month without being paid. So she filed something through the court system, at which he is saying he is going to handle this outside of the courts on a financial level. So it sounds like he's going to pay his way up out this little lawsuit. So let's get into this. Now, text messages released in a police report are raising serious questions about the true nature of Stefan Diggs' relationship with his former private chef, Mila Adams, okay, after the assault and the strangulation charges, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it again. Shout out to All About the Tea, okay? She is reputable, so we will be reading. Said that this wasn't just a chef, child. Now, leaked text message suggests that Stefan Diggs was having a sexual relationship, I'm not surprised, with assault and angulation girl accuser, Chef Mila Adams. Let's get into these text messages, child, because text messages gonna always tell you what it is. So I said that you wife paying me out for the season, and the money you said that you would give me for my business. Wasted my effing time being here because you got an effing circus going on. Because y'all know he got several women that he's impregnated, one of which is also pregnant and is requesting through the courts a paternity test for said child. So he has another baby on the way, you guys, that I told you guys yesterday. He already has 4 kids already born this year under the age of 1, including Cardi B's baby. All right. Says that I'm out of your life, exclamation. It goes on to say that I won't be paying you shit. That sounds like something he is responding by saying, said that if I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who the F gotta give you money for you business? What? For you? Said that for you business, then it cut off. What? Said that I don't gotta do a mother effing thing. And you can get whoever you want. All right. Sound like some messages have been deleted. That's what it looks like, because it gives that you doing a little rant here, but she's responding somewhere, but some of the messages have been taken out. That's what it gives. Said that and you can get whoever you want. Said that you got my address. Tell them to come. Not to pull up. Said take the money. Then if you talk about, show me I'm ussy. No, you didn't. Well, you is a little moist a little bit, Stefan. That's all I'm saying. You walk around here with skirts and purses on there, like, oh no. But anyway, it says that, hi, I can help you approve my pay with financial, please. Not the corporate talk after you done called them out, girl. All right, so it looks like what is this? Dedham police report that was filed on 12/16 of 2025. That's recent. That looks like the citation number here. Of course, we can't see all of this, but it says on 12/16 of 2025, while assigned to the front desk, Adams, Mila entered the station to report an incident. Said that Ms. Adams appeared emotional and was initially hesitant to give a statement. She was asked for a female officer, or she asked for a female officer. So it gives it, this is when she went to file the DV case where she says that he abused her and strangulated her. Okay, so that's what this is. This is what this is. Okay, it was signed off, reported Officer Kenneth J. Ellis, badge number 217. So this is page 2. So it's 11 pages. It's 11 pages that she filed against him for the DV and angulation charges. So that's the paperwork. She's showing it's legit. All right. So he's willing to, work this shit out off the record according to him. He doesn't want to go to court because we all know when you go to court, especially for situations like this, all the business comes out. So if he's been sleeping with this girl and she's in there cooking for him as his private chef, that's inappropriate. Okay. You guys can read on All About the Tea at your leisure. I ain't gonna read all this shit out. If y'all want to go over there and be nosy, y'all can read all of that. But there are 11 pages. This is 3 of 11 showing right here where she filed against him for money that was owed to her. She's given dates. So I'm willing to believe, listen, when a person is that detailed and you have dates and times and you're sticking to the situation and you're giving all of the details of said situation, I gotta believe her. I'm sorry, okay? Because your track record shows that you do slang schlong a lot. You do. All right, you are schlong dropping and ussy dropping. Okay, yes, ussy hopping and schlong dropping is what it's giving. And you need to go ahead and handle the situation. Keep your hands to yourself, okay? Because you already have another case where a young man says that you gave him something, some type of gummy where he was out of it and he was over there whispering in his ear and licking his ear and shit. So it gives that you are over sexualized allegedly. All right. So so now it gives that he was sleeping with his personal chef on some inappropriate bullshit, and she called him out and filed this paperwork against him. So now he is trying to do it on the hush hush because he doesn't want people to know who he really is. Cardi, come and get your man, or everybody's man, girl. Okay, moving right along. Child, a mess. I mean, I ain't cooking. I don't want to eat shit from nobody who don't try to angulate me. Okay, I'm just not trying to eat nothing. If somebody try to angulate me and then turn around and cook something for me, bitch, I ain't eating that. I don't know what you put in there. You probably could have stomped on my damn pork chop and threw it on my plate, right? I don't know Nike prints in my damn pork chop. What the fuck? All right, the more on TMZ TV, shout out to them. As you guys know, I told you guys yesterday that Blueface has to pay up a woman who is said to be rapper Soulja Boy's baby mama. So Blueface went live and went public to say that he fathered said woman's child, and she sued him for defamation, where she has to pay $1.25 million. So Blueface has now had to go and sell off one of his properties in order to satisfy that debt, because the courts have now ordered that his music royalties and all of his money that comes from his music be sent to this woman in exchange for said money that is owed to him through the court system. Okay, so Blueface has said that he lists his custom blue California mansion for $1.2 million to satisfy the money for what he was asked to pay. Okay. What y'all think about it? So that's the home. It's a nice home. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. In a nice upscale community. I ain't mad at it. Okay. Those are some pictures. So this is his home. I think this is the house that he was staying with Krishan too, I want to say. Nice home. Okay. He's customized it out, child. 1.2 million. Okay. Oh, come on. Piano. Nice. So these are pictures from the home. He had to put it on the chopping block, honey, to sell it. Oh, that's a nice bed. I love that. Okay, come on. Ain't no telling how much booty juices is on it, but nice. Okay, but he has to sell this home in order to satisfy. Now, currently, he and Soulja Boy are beefing. I saw the video this morning where Soulja Boy, I could not play it here because, baby, I cannot keep muting. He was cussing too much. So if you guys want to watch it, head on over to Neighborhood Talk, where Soulja Boy calls out Blueface, calls him a whole biatch, calls him homeless now that he has to sell this $1.2 million home. He also alludes to the fact that at one point in time when Blueface first came out, that he was sleeping on Soulja Boy's couch because he had no place to stay. So it gives that he and Soulja Boy at some point in time used to be cool, and they used to be friends or whatever, but somewhere down the line they fell out. Now Soulja Boy is blasting him, telling the whole entire world, like, nigga, you got to sell your house, you're gonna be homeless, I don't think he's gonna be homeless. I think he may have multiple homes, but this particular one he does have to sell because he doesn't have the money, I think, or I don't think he has the money to pay what the courts have ordered him to pay. So that's that on that. Moving right along. All right, let's get into Coach Prime. Y'all know he is now dating a much younger girl. Okay, Karrueche Tran, who used to date singer Chris Brown. So Coach Dion, honey, talks about maybe having some more chilling, because y'all know Karrueche Tran is young, so she's probably talking like, oh my God, I want to be a mom now. When you date a older man, or a older man dates a younger woman, you have to understand she's into that era to where she wants to be a mom. Okay. And since she's dating him, she's, I guess, saying, hey, if I have any kids, I want to have them by him. That's her man now. They've come out publicly about their relationship now. So let's get into what Dion has to say about possibly having more kids. I'm like, all your kids are grown now. Like, you are in the grandchild era where your daughter just had a grandchild for you. So imagine one of your kids like being around the same age as your grandchild. That'd be weird, right? But let's get on into it. Shout out to NFL aunties. Okay.
Having another child. What do you guys think about that?
I didn't know he was capable of that. Yeah, he's not even capable of that.
Whoa. Nowadays, you can make some stuff happen. Like,
dog, your tubes are smithered off. Your tubes, whatever carries something or whatever, is gone now, dog.
He says he want to do it.
yo, go. No, I ain't said I wanted to. So I'm contemplating.
Having another child. What do you guys think about
I
that?
didn't know he was capable of that. Yeah, he's not even capable of that.
Whoa. Nowadays, you can make some stuff happen. Like,
dog, your tubes are smithered off. Your tubes, whatever carries something or whatever, is gone now, dog.
He says he want to do it.
yo, go. No, I ain't said I wanted to. So I'm contemplating.
Having another child. What do you guys think about
I
that?
didn't know he was capable of that. Yeah, he's
What
not
do you
even.
guys think about Coach Prime, honey, Coach Dion, possibly trying to have more kids so that Karuchi Tran can be a mother? They are dating right now. They just came out publicly about that. Doesn't sound like his sons are with him trying to have more kids. Like his son said, man, your tubes are fried now. Like you ain't trying to be having no more kids. Y'all know he just got toes amputated because he has a lot of health issues right now. So I don't know if I can't tell a person what to do in terms of having kids, but I don't know if that's a good idea with all of the medical stuff he has going on. But he does seem to be happy with Karuchi, and she is at that age where she's like, okay, now my biological clock is ticking. Even though I'm with an older man, I still want to have kids. She is playing stepmom to his sons, who probably are damn near almost older than her, if not the same age. But she's to that point now where she's ready to become a mom, and I guess she's chosen to do that with Coach Dion Sanders. But his kids doesn't seem to be on board with that. What do y'all think? Okay, they're like, we don't want no younger brother running around here. But anywho, let's move along, child, because we kind of stayed on one topic too long, and I want to wrap it up here. Let's get on into Miss Whoopi Goldberg, honey, who says she is fine with having a hit and a quit it. She don't want no regular schmeggler man running around here, stressing her the hell out, honey. Just come over here and beat it down and get the hell up out of here. No, you cannot spend the night. Shout out to Whoopi for that. We saw this on Nostalgia Moments. Let's get into Whoopi Goldberg, child. So Whoopi Goldberg explains why she rather do a hit and run instead of marriage. Marriage is not for everybody. Okay, some people just want to live together and just be happy and stress-free. People don't want to do that paperwork, child, like Yandy and Mendices. They were together for years. Okay, Yandy and Mendices said they've known each other, been together for over 20 years, and they fake married, as we now know. I think everybody already knew, but they never decided to go to that next level of signing off paperwork, which is great for them that they decided now to go their separate ways. They don't have to go through the courts. They ain't got to deal with spousal support and child support. Well, child support, yes, but not any spousal support and all this other stuff that people have to deal with, including splitting any type of funds, to where things get really messy, like a divorce like Candy and Todd is currently going through. But let's get into what Whoopi Goldberg had to say.
They don't have time for a whole lot of other people, so hit and runs are great. I don't mind those, but you can't spend the night.
Hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
They still happen?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have this whole line of words that are stacked up in your head about what you are. If you say a hit and run is where you want to be and you don't want to be married, oh, am I a whore? Am I this? Am I a terrible person because I don't want to? And my mother said, well, maybe you should just throw a party from now on, not get married anymore.
It is what it is. Not for everybody.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
And you
not
have
for
to,
everybody.
it requires a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really, it is really a give and take. And I'm in my life at this point, I don't really want that.
Yeah.
I want to, see you when I see you and then you go. I don't have time
So what y'all think
for a
about
whole
that?
lot of,
Some people have that mentality. They don't want to be married. Just dating is fine for them, because especially if you've been married before, and especially if the marriage ended very badly to where you have to fight with a person and go back and forth, like with the whole court system and shit, you don't want to go through that again. So if you meet someone that you like or love and y'all just want to be together, most people just be together. They just cohabitate. They just live together. They just, live as a married person, what they call a common law. And they don't want to go through all that extra extra stuff. They just want a man around, fix some shit, break my back, crack that motherfucker whenever I need you to. Let's go out on a few dates. Let's take some trips together. Let's, go out here and buy some things. Let's grow and build together. They just don't want to take that next step of having the headache of dealing with what a person has to deal with when you deal with divorce. And I respect that, okay? Because marriage is not for everybody, okay? It's just not for everybody, but it's always good to have someone around. She says she doesn't want to be perceived as being like a 3 or 4 if that's what she chooses to do, to have, even if she's not in a committed relationship, if she wants to see this person today or the next 3 days, she sees somebody else. She doesn't want to be viewed as this thought monster or this person who just be out here thought shopping and just giving it up like that. That's her body. If that's what she chooses to do, hey, who am I to say anything about it? She's an adult. If it's something that's agreed on both ends to where, hey, we're going to see each other. If I want to come over there and knock that monkey out and that's it, gather my shit and leave, because she said you can't spend the night. She just has boundaries. It's all, she has boundaries and certain expectations in terms of how she sees relationships nowadays. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about it? Marriage is not for everyone. Is anyone in that mind frame in my chat to say, hey, I don't really want to be married. I just want to, date around and just have fun. Maybe some people just want to do that. Again, especially if you've been married before, you don't want to be tied down and deal with the headache of the same motherfucker getting on your nerves every day. And then you got to go down into the courthouse and file a whole bunch of paperwork. That shit can get expensive if you've ever been through that. But sound off on that. We're going to move along. Okay. Trying to give y'all some good topics because I want y'all to jump in. We got a rest in peace we had a rest in peace yesterday for Richard Smallwood. Today we have another one for R&B singer Sammy. Okay, you guys know he lost his mother where she was on drugs and he was trying to help her, but she was unalive. But now his father, it sounds like his father, who he also tried to help. This young man went through a lot. He was just in the court system as well for a DV incident with his baby mama. But it sounds like he's had to grow up very fast in his life because his mother had some drug issues and he kind of had to be like the father in her life, so to speak. He had to be the person to divorce a reason rather for his mother, who is no longer here. And now he just lost his father, who he had just moved in with him to kind of help him out because he was down on his luck. So it says sending love, prayers, and condolences to Sammy, who is mourning the passing of his father, said it's Sammy Bush Sr. Okay, shout out to Ice Cream Convos on that. Let's go forward. So Sammy says, I moved my father in with me 4 months ago. He's been ill for years now and fought a great fight. Said yesterday morning, God called him home. By far the toughest thing to witness. Said I performed CPR knowing his time had come, but I tried, Daddy. I really did. And no, I am not okay, but one day I will be. Said proud to see you, Sammy Lee Bush Sr. Proud of you, Sammy Lee Bush Sr. And I pray and know that you're at peace now. Rest up. I got my siblings. I got the family. See you in heaven. Your legacy continues. Well done, Daddy. I love you, Papa Smurf, Foxy, my pops, my daddy, my heart. Though you took a chunk with you, grateful for you always and always. Always in all ways. He says that I'm broken. He puts the broken heart emoji. Pray for my family and I'll see you in 2026, Lord willing. Thank you, God, for gifting to me a father and daddy such as mine. He puts the two hearts there, one broken heart emoji, one blue heart with the heart emoji with the hand. Said we shall celebrate you in the best way. Signed your son, Sammy Lee Bush Jr., Big Sam Papa, hashtag Young Lion, hashtag SA. Okay, so prayers up for Sammy. That had to be hard. He's lost both parents now. He is a father, so that means that his children will not have grandparents on his side of the family because both of his parents are now deceased. So prayers up. It has to be hard for him because he was still processing the loss of his mother. I saw a recent interview where he is still teary-eyed when he talks about his mother and her battles with drugs and him trying to always help her get off of that, how she would have those episodes. And it just did not go well for her to where she lost her life dealing with that. So now that he's lost his father, who appeared to have been sick, he moved his father in with him to help him out. He had to do CPR, according to what you guys just heard, to help save his father's life, and it didn't work out. So prayers up for Sammy. It has to be hard to lose both parents in such a short amount of time. Okay, moving right along, and shout out to and condolences to anyone in my chat who may have lost a parent as well. Okay, because you guys know around the holidays it's very tough when you start looking around and you start seeing different family members, and the one family member that you want to be there is not there, like your mother or father. Okay, so I lost a parent, so I get it. But let's move along. Let's move along. All right, let's get into reality TV news, and then we'll let you guys go. Ooh, child, right? That's tough. That's tough. That could be why he's acting out so much and not, not trying to make excuses for his DV situation, but maybe he has a lot on him mentally, psychologically. You just never know. All right. But prayers up for Sammy. Let's get into this. A resurfaced clip where Todd is speaking on women starting to date and accept being with bisexual men in order to have a man. I was like, Todd, why would that come out of your mouth? Why would that be something that Todd would be saying, right? So fans resurfaced a clip of Todd Tucker, which is Candy's almost ex-husband, asking the ladies if they would date a bisexual man. All right. This person here says that no one hides behind hypocriticals questions like Todd. Y'all know Todd always give you the long answer around. But let's get into what Todd had to say, because a lot of people felt away about Todd's perspective of women and what they choose to date as far as men. Let's go.
Is it okay, or no, how do you guys feel about the new age women are willing to date bisexual men?
That ain't my subject idea. Yeah. First of all,
What?
yeah, they are willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that shit. You know somebody that is experiencing that? Listen, I'm not willing to do that at all.
Well, why not? If he's a good guy,
I'm sorry.
he's a good guy. He tells you up front.
We can't talk about that, but
Oh, we don't want to talk about that?
yeah, get canceled. Yeah.
All right. We don't want to get.
Because I'm strong about that. I'm not doing that.
We don't want to get canceled. So let's move on to the next topic.
Child, Todd, where is that coming from, honey? So Todd is asking, women just out here, like, are they cool with dating men who are bisexual? Like, you have some women who will go for that because sometimes they are bisexual. So they feel like, hey, I see nothing wrong with that. For me, I like a man who is a man just straight up, who he ain't trying to be dealing with no man. He ain't trying to be on no sneak shit out here in the closet. I don't deal with no moist individual as such. Okay. And anybody that like to do that, that's on you. But my preference is I want a man who like just women. Okay. I want a man who just want a woman, who wants to only please a woman. But nowadays, again, I said it's 2025, honey. Anything goes nowadays, where you got women out here, like they have this thing now to say you fluid, where you just date whatever. You don't give a damn whether they straight, gay, trannies, like whatever, whoever like you, then you like them. That's the going thing now. But I'm not into that, and nothing against nobody that is. But Todd, what the hell are you talking about where you supposed to be a whole straight man who is married to a wife who obviously who is bi, because Candy does like men and women. So is this something that people are trying to normalize now in today's society in terms of saying, hey, the pickings are kind of slim, where women got to kind of dial back on their expectations or their rules in terms of dating and saying, hey, I could probably step out with a nigga who like, being with another man or so. Like, hell no, not for me. But what do y'all think about that? People are trying to normalize shit way too much here. Said that's disturbing to me. It's disturbing to me as well. It's disturbing to me as well. But this is a resurfaced clip where Todd is asking this. Let's get into this one more time. We'll play it one again.
Is it okay, or no, how do you guys feel about the new age women are willing to date bisexual men?
That ain't my subject idea. Yeah. First of all,
What?
yeah, they are willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that shit. You know somebody that is experiencing that? Listen, I'm not willing to do that at all.
Well, why not? If he's a good guy.
I'm sorry.
Todd, are you trying to come out the closet right quick? Like, why you want to know? Why? Because I'm saying this because I don't know any straight men that would ask that question. I don't know any straight men that would ask that question. Thank you, my lady U6C. Thank you. She said, no, thank you. I'll pass on sharing my man. Hell no, I don't share my man, and I don't like sharing my damn food. Don't ever stick your fork on my damn plate. Okay. And no, hell no. So Todd, my question is, why the fuck do you care and why do you want to know? Because you seem real passionate about this question. Is that something that we don't know about you? Or you like low-key trying to be with a man or whatnot? And you trying to test the waters to see if people are okay with that? Like, why you want to know so bad? Why you want to know so bad?
He's a good guy. He tells you up front.
We can't talk about that.
What if he's a good guy? What if he tells you up front? Like, what are you asking?
We don't want to talk about that?
Yeah, get canceled. Yeah.
All right. We don't want to get.
Because I'm strong, but then I'm not doing that.
We don't want nobody to get canceled. So let's move on to the next topic.
Why is it even a topic? I don't know any straight men. My husband would never pose a question of, babe, how would you feel about dating a man that's, bisexual? Like, hell no, that question would never come up. I would never expect that question to come up. Like, he even know not to even ask me about a threesome situation because he know I ain't down with that shit. I don't like to share. I don't want nobody sitting on my bed, let alone in my bed. Like, I don't even want another woman touching, looking at my man like no. Why is that okay? Oh, let's get into these damn questions because baby, they was slaying Todd out over there. Y'all ready for this? They said, Todd, you trying to tell us something? And this was a man asking this. A man named Quentin says, hello, Todd. Are you trying to tell us something? Like, are you trying to bust up out the closet? Like, damn, your foot is hanging out the closet right now, Todd. Like, what the fuck is going on with you? Now, we know Candy is out there. She like to dibble and dabble and, carpet munch a little bit here and there. But damn, Todd, what you got going on? Shit. So this person says, makes sense why he wants to be the pampered princess. Not the pampered princess, girl. Another person says, not him being DL, girl. Live your truth now, Todd. Okay? They tell Todd, come on about that closet, Todd. Damn. Todd is peeping out the screen door right now. All right, so another person says, Todd was asking for a friend. Hell no. Todd ain't asking for no friend. Todd is asking for himself. What do y'all think about that, child? They are calling Todd the pampered princess out here, girl, for asking about women trying to date bisexual men. Okay? All right, let's move along. I'm having to move some topics down because, baby, we got to get through this. Okay, so Britt Eady, you guys, Britt Eady was seen out and about with their who they're saying is to be Candy Burris's divorce lawyer. Let's get into that. I said, why would she be hanging out with Candy Burris's attorney out here? Britt Eady, who you guys know used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, who decided to sue Bravo and NBC Universal because she says she felt that there was some sexual harassment going on, where Kenya Moore held up some billboard posters of her out here on her knees giving some throat massages to some men. Okay, y'all read through the lines. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, Britt Eady and what's her name, Adama McKinnon, reportedly Candy Burris's attorney, are out celebrating a night out. So why would she be hanging with Candy Burris's attorney? Okay, let's get into her, girl.
It's my girl's birthday. Happy birthday, Adama. We love you. Hey, Anaya. We're here celebrating.
Now, could that be Britt Eady's attorney as well? Because, she said she had an attorney where she's suing NBC Universal, which I don't think you can get a fucking dime. But y'all know she also decided not to be on the show anymore. So she was one and done. That was her first season on there, and it went very, very horribly. But so she is hanging out with Candy Burris's attorney. And my question is, could this be your attorney as well? Or are you guys just friends just hanging out?
I can make a wish for kind of up for you. It is my girl's birthday. Happy birthday, Adama.
Now I got to go follow Miss Adama McKinnon to see if she going to be spilling any type of tea and what's going on with Miss Adama McKinnon. I'm going to have to check her out on Instagram and be nosy just a little bit to see what is going on, because you guys know that Candy and Todd's divorce is now sealed. So if she is the attorney, I'm going to have to be following her now to see what will be leaked so I can be nosy, okay? Because y'all know I'm nosy. It's my job to be nosy. Let's continue on. Thank you, Britt Eady, for that tea. Last topic in the reality TV sector here, okay? Oh, I got to go follow her. Say he fighting for him. Now he fighting for him. Todd, girl, yes, Todd is like, who's that peeping in my window? That's his ass peeping in the window. Todd, come on out of the closet. Okay, little Todd, Toddisha. I'm gonna name your ass Toddisha since you out here on that bullshit. Toddisha, bring your ass up out the closet, little closet princess. Todd, Candy, is this why you getting rid of Todd? Okay. Because fucking I never said that the person Todd was cheating with, the name start with an H. Is it Harold? Okay. Is the person named Harold? Because the fucking I didn't even say to start with an H. Okay. I said, okay. Maybe it's Harold now that Todd out here asking that good little question. But let's get into this next topic, child. Sharice Jordan is out here telling all the tea for Real Housewives of Potomac, child. She is mad that she got booted from being a main cast member to being a friend of, and she is blaming none other than Giselle out here. Giselle is giving the girls hell. Let's get into it, child. Shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. Sharice is telling all to Carlos King with his messy ass. Y'all know he want to be anything Bravo, so he gonna just be by way of with the girls over here on the Real Housewives of Potomac, because his ass ain't gonna never be on Bravo no more since he fucked it up. But anywho, let's get into it.
Like Giselle gives Karen the name Grand Dame. That was because that was her way of dimming my light, so to speak.
Wow.
No, seriously. And I know people are they can say what they want, but it's the truth.
If that's the case, okay. If that's the case, a lot of people,
Sharice, you are a snooze fest, love. This is why you're not a main cast member. You had nothing going on, and you stayed doing shit behind the scenes and then hiding your hands. You threw a lot of rocks and hid your hands, girl, but you still had the dirt on your hands from the rocks, and you didn't realize that. And Bravo did not see you as interesting enough to give you a main cast member position, and now you're mad and blaming the girls when you brought absolutely nothing to the show. But let's continue.
if that's the case, how are you able to be friends with someone if that's what you feel happens?
You know what, Carlos? In all honesty, before any and everything, I am God's child. And I believe everything that happens in my life happens for a reason. Most times I don't know why some of the things that happen, but they happen for a reason. God makes the final decision. So I just felt like it wasn't, if it was meant for me to be in that space, that's where I would be. So I never fought to retain that space or get it again. But because I put so much time and energy into the show, I still wanted it to succeed. I had the nicest home. Those girls didn't even have attorneys. I did their, like Giselle gives Karen the name Grand Dame. That was because that was her way of dimming my light, so to speak.
I thought that the name Grand Dame was given by Andy Cohen. So when did this happen where Giselle did that? I'm losing. I'm lost somewhere. But let's read. So Sharice Jackson, which is here on our screen, says that Giselle gave Karen the nickname Grand Dame, claiming that it was her way of dimming Sharice's light. How would that have something to do with you? So Sharice also alleges that Karen and Giselle aligned and decided to erase her from the show. She goes on to say that the first season photo shoot was in her house. Okay, and thank you for loaning your house. They were like, thank you for loaning your house, girl, but we don't need you now. Bye. Okay, they gave you the bye, and that's it, girl. So you just been popping back in and out, getting your little check and keeping it moving. So let's continue.
Attorneys, I did their contracts. My attorneys did their contracts. Okay. Everything was in my home. Our photo shoot was in my house. The show, there was, you know how it is. First season shows, there's not a lot of money. So all these things, it seemed like, I think it looked like it was about me, and people decided, no, we're gonna make it about us. Karen and Giselle aligned and decided we're gonna erase Sharice. They created a whole new narrative, okay? And you probably don't know this, Carlos. Like at one point, imagine this. I'm like a self-appointed casting person for the show, okay? I'm helping Adrian. I'm setting up meetings in Starbucks, meeting people, because at first we tried to make it Potomac people. And I told them from the door, I said, Potomac people are not going to do the show. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They're not. And so it got to a point, I'm interviewing these people, I'm having casting parties. It was fun for me, you know? And like I said, I called Giselle. I called attorneys. I did their contracts. My attorneys did their contracts, okay? You know, and like I said, I called Giselle. I called Giselle, Robin, I called everybody. I didn't call Ashley. Ashley, I didn't know Ashley. But everybody else on the cast was a result of me in some capacity, right? But then when you go to shoot the pilot, you come up with an idea to eliminate Sharice. They were trying to make it Jack and Jill. I'm the only one that's not Jack and Jill, okay? Giselle's Jack and Jill, Karen's Jack and Jill. Ashley wasn't Jack and Jill. But
Katie was on the...
And they were trying to get Katie, they were recruiting Katie to get her kids involved in Jack and Jill. That was the storyline. However, and my thing is, how are we doing?
I agree with y'all. Y'all said bring Katie back. Katie was that girl. Katie is one of those people that was on the show, did not give a damn. Katie would read whoever. She was always out with it. Katie didn't hide anything. Whatever you saw with Katie, baby, that's what you got. I love that about Katie. I like Katie. I would definitely love to see Katie back on the show. I'm happy Monique is back this season, but I feel like Monique is not fully giving what she needs to give. I really feel like she's not fully giving what needs to be given. I'm kind of low-key disappointed a little bit with Monique this season, because I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited that Monique is coming back to the show. But now that she's back, I'm like, girl, you ain't doing shit. Kind of like Portia on Real Housewives of Atlanta. They hyped it up so much with her returning, and she came back and gave absolutely fucking nothing. Let's continue, child. Oh,
I'm not a part of Jack and Jill. Like, how you come? That was the beginning of trying to exclude me from the from the group, you know. And like I said, I called Giselle. Robin. I called everybody. I didn't call Ashley. Ashley, I didn't know Ashley, but everybody else on the cast was a result of me in some capacity, right? But then when you go to shoot the pilot, you come up with an idea to eliminate Charisse. They were trying to make it Jack and Jill. I'm the only one that's not Jack and Jill, okay? Giselle's Jack and Jill, Karen's Jack and
it's given that you are definitely bitter, my love, okay? You are bitter. Bottom line is you don't really have a storyline anymore. I think you were so fixated on trying to expose Monique and her youngest child's paternity to make it your storyline or to become interesting. And then you try to hide your hands in that situation too. I didn't like that because it wasn't your fucking business to bring somebody else's child into it. And which is so crazy to me. Now you're upset that your child is brought into some mess by way of Ashley Darby, who was out here being a little thought monster and gargling balls with your son, who is 25 years old and can be with whoever he chooses to. But then you are upset because your son is drug into it when you were dragging Monique's kids into stuff. But you didn't see anything wrong with that. And now you're bitter and mad because of this whole situation of you not getting a main cast member spot. Again, you brought nothing. Thank you for allowing him to use your home, which is a very nice home. I remember when she got the, what was it, the wine cellar or something in her home, where I thought it was really nice. Her house was beautiful, but shortly after that, you lost the damn home. Your husband was a 304. He was out here doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. We barely saw his ass on the show. You barely talked about him. I think there was some type of NDA or gag order where she couldn't speak on her own husband because he was moving on with someone else, and she was feeling the way about that. So you couldn't. That would have been the greatest storyline for you to make you relevant, but you couldn't talk about him because you were gagged. So now you're blaming everyone else for you not being relevant and having this storyline that everyone can look at and be like, oh my God, she is really serving on this show. Like, girl, you don't have shit going on. Like, go on back to your townhome. Go and keep coddling your 25-year-old son who wants to be a thought out here with Ashley Darby, who like gargling old men's balls and having kids by old men and transferring worms. Like, go continue doing that. But at the end of the day, Charisse, you're not interesting, love. Stop blaming Giselle, who is also not interesting and don't have a fucking storyline and can't keep a man unless he was chained in the fucking basement. And even he still would break free from her ass because she don't have nothing to offer either. You have nothing to offer. And Carlos, you ain't got nothing to offer while you sitting there looking crazy with your titties popping out and that tight ass shirt that you got on, that medium t-shirt with your hat to the bike. Like, you bring nothing as well. All of your shows suck. You need to go ahead and pull Love and Marriage Huntsville from the fucking network because nobody's watching that. Go and look at the ratings, sir. But Charisse, back to you, because I had to get everybody. Everybody had to get windmilled in this damn read down. Okay, because we about to get out of here. But Charisse, baby, you offer nothing. And when I say nothing, girl, I mean absolutely nothing. We don't want to see you as a friend of. I barely want to see you as a friend of. And we damn sure don't want you to get no regular spot on the show. We really don't. I care less if I see you. I can care less if I see you. And take Cookie with her big foreheaded triple D boob having ass with you, because she brings nothing but drama as well. Like, we really don't. I don't want to see a bitch that be out here with switchblades on biatches on the show. Like, absolutely not. Okay. She is a menace, and you are getting on my damn nerves as well. But let's get out of here. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. That's all I got. But we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank y'all so much. Oh, I did have one more where your girl Stephanie Mills, y'all. Stephanie Mills is out here windmilling and going off on R. Kelly's ex-wife. Okay, her ass should have been Drea Kelly. Y'all know I don't like Drea Kelly. Okay, we're gonna talk about them too, but then we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna hit and quit on this topic too. But Stephanie Mills says that Drea Kelly needs to be locked the hell up, just along with R. Kelly, because she was in the same bullshit as R. Kelly. All right, so let's go ahead and show y'all that right here, right quick. So Stephanie Mills has publicly stated her opinion that R. Kelly's ex-wife, Drea Kelly, should have been incarcerated, girl. I like when people say incarcerated, along with him, because she believes that Drea Kelly knew about his illegal activities. I said that as well, right? I believe that Drea Kelly was not locked in that damn room in R. Kelly's house the entire time. I felt like she knew about some shit that was going on, especially with the younger kids, the 15-year-old to be exact, because she was the godparent of said child. The one that was in the P tape. Right. So Drea Kelly has never been charged with or convicted of any crimes related to R. Kelly's sexual trafficking and ABU's cases. But I do feel like, and I stand on the fact that I do feel like she knew of the shit that was going on. She was one of the dancers when R. Kelly was in that situation with Aaliyah. And it was said that by some of the guys from Public Announcement that Drea Kelly was back there in that bed on the tour bus with the other women, including with Aaliyah. So she knew about some of the shit that was going on. She knew the nigga was a non-reading ass pedo, and you still stuck by him and became his wife because you needed some clout and or attention. Okay, let's continue. So an overview says that the legendary Stephanie Mills' stance is that the legendary singer has expressed strong views that Drea Kelly was aware of R. Kelly's abuse of women and children during their marriage and therefore should also face legal consequences. Now, in a December of 2024 social media post, she reiterated her belief that Drea Kelly is a hypocrite and an opportunist. I agree with all that. Oh, I agree with all that. So Drea Kelly's defense is that Drea, who was married to R. Kelly from 1996 to 2009, granted, nobody knew who the fuck she was until she got on that. What was it what was that show? She was on some reality show with Will Smith's ex-wife, Cherie. Has described herself as a survivor and domestic, or DV rather, emotional and physical abuse at his hands, and was a key voice in the documentary series Surviving R. Kelly. Now, we did see her on there crazy, crying, ugly crying about R. Kelly and the things that it was said that he did. And she was, very open about the things she said that he did to her in terms of locking her in the room, hog-tied her. She wanted to jump over the balcony and shit, and ended all because of the things she said she went through with R. Kelly. Again, I feel that she was definitely complicit in his bullshit. Let's continue. She has consistently maintained that she did not know the full extent of his crimes during their marriage, and that concerns for her. Let me continue because there's another post. All right, let me see. Did I upload all of them? Hold on. Hold on. All right, so I have something else. Let me take this one down because we're going to get into this, child. Remove the studio. Let's get the other one up. Because baby Stephanie Mills said, oh, no, ma'am, baby, you need to be in jail. You need to be in jail, girl. All right, let's see which one I got up. That one. Let's see if that is. I hope I got all my screenshots. Okay. Okay, so she has consistently maintained that she did not know the full extent of his crimes during their marriage, and that the concerns for her children and well-being were kept, or as what kept her from speaking out sooner. Now, I get it that people who have been in abusive situations, they do want to protect their children, her kids. Also, where we found out later on through a book or some sort that came out that R. Kelly was also touching his kids, his daughters. Okay. We also know that one of his daughters is now identifying themselves as being a boy, a son. Okay. So all of his kids have gone through and seen a lot of shit and went through some abuse situations as well. None of them have gone to the prison to see him since he's been in there. He's vocalized that. I saw on another post where R. Kelly was like, hey, he's been in jail all this time and his kids have never come to see him. Well, I'm not coming to see your ass either if you inappropriately touch me as my father, bitch. And I got to put bitch on there. But anywho, legal status, it says that R. Kelly is currently serving a decades-long federal prison sentence for multiple counts of sex trafficking and racketeering. Drea Kelly has not been charged with any crimes in connection with R. Kelly's case, as we all know. But Stephanie Mills, honey, is saying that Drea Kelly definitely needs to be locked the fuck up because she believes that Drea saw some things and did not prevent things from happening, including what happened to the 15-year-old who was living in their home, which I said Drea Kelly and R. Kelly were the godparents of that child who was seen in the sex tape where R. Kelly was seen urinating on that child. He also bought that child, who has now been said to be his, the girl who teaches the other girls how to please him, okay? Because she was abused as a child. So she is like this sex trainer, if you will, for the girls that R. Kelly had housed in all the houses that he has while he was trafficking those girls. She is still cool with R. Kelly. She is still holding on to his secrets, but I do believe that Drea Kelly's ass should be locked the fuck up. I don't care how many times she ugly cry, how many interviews she does. I don't care how many times she plays victim. I do believe that she was definitely involved with some of those things. I feel like she may have participated, allegedly, in some of the things that happened with R. Kelly, and I agree with Stephanie Mills. Okay. Yeah, I agree with Stephanie Mills. I think she should make a song, okay, a remix of When I Think of Home, and call it When I Think of Jail, as related to Drea Kelly's ass with her crooked ass bun. But that's all I have for you guys. We're going to get out of here. That was my last topic. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Again, happy New Year's Eve to everyone. I will be back for midday pop-in and probably some more videos today because I am off today. I'm off for the rest of the week, so I'm going to be able to tap in with you guys and keep you guys updated on all the news that I know you absolutely can use. Thank y'all for joining the show. Let's get out of here. All right, let me do my thank yous. All right. Truth TV Podcast, thank you so much. Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, and Rose Armstead. Those are my top flight mods. Love them down. They also do a wonderful job. Thank you to all of my content creators. Jonetta Speaks, Deary Talk, Black Women in the Building, Simple My Family TV, Astute Queen B, Miss Didi, JC Creation, Shay P, Queen Speaks TV, Schoolboy, thank you so much. Shay Renee. Those are my usuals that stop by here. Did I miss anyone? Justin T, please. I see you in here, love. Thanks for being here. Okay. She's a content creator as well. Please check her out. Okay. I saw somebody else that I think may be a content creator. I don't want to miss her because I appreciate her coming through. Maz, can you update me? Update me on the other content creator that stopped by here. I cannot remember her name and I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I always like to give a shout out to all the content creators because you guys always come over and support and you guys could be doing your own videos, but I appreciate you stopping by. Angie B, ma'am, thank you so much for being here and condolences to you. I think you said you lost your mother in April. Condolences. I know that feeling because I lost my father. So I can definitely understand your pain. So condolences, and I hope that you have a wonderful year and not let that grief keep you from enjoying your day. Okay. That's all. Is that all? Okay. So we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hype up this video. Okay. Also check me out on my other channel, Rails World. If you guys, if and when you guys get the chance. Okay. Again, like the video. Okay. Love you guys down. Until the next one. Bye.
I wake up every minute with a fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's you lost. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it. What I need next. If I could just believe, then I know I can turn all of my thoughts into a real threat. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be.